Just give him a slapping. This is a really bad place. Yes, and we are very mighty and extremely humble. Oh, Floof is stuck in the door. I only just noticed that. Oh, you silly bear. We still haven't found any more clues yet. This is like the world's second largest orphanage, by the way. Look at the size of this place. It's fucking huge. You have one job. Actually, you have like 3 or 4 jobs. Ooh. Alright, this could take a while. Whoa, that's not fair. Oh man, she's relentless. That's it. Dodge, dodge, dip, duck, dive, and watch out for the red. Oh, she is definitely difficult. Holy shit. And throw ours. Ooh. Oh, alright. I wasn't expecting that. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, we running.
Let's go.
Oh boy, we running. Sprint! Oh, she's back.
I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads. Tugs my sleeve.
So yes, Drell have photographic memories. They can relive experiences, especially if there's emotion involved in the experience. So, CSEC, let's talk to good old Captain Bailey.
Yes?
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
I also didn't tell him what you do for a living. Do you normally discuss assassinations with the police?
I take your point. Thank you, Shepard.
Ah, smart. Who's bad cop? Thane or us? We want to be bad cop, right?
Grant me forgiveness.
Oh, he's gone. There's a lot of punching tonight. Yes, awesome. Oh, bad timing.
Drax, toss it!
Drax, throw the thingy. Yes, good hit. Oh, we might have got a little bit of damage. It's fine.
They don't call me Star-Lord!
Oh, dick shot for Grizz! That was an amazing dick shot. Wah.
Can't keep outrunning the whole army. We've got.
What do we get? Yeah, there he is. All right, get the others first.
Shepard's body if possible.
Oh, preserve Shepard's body if possible. They want to collect us. No, I don't think so, motherfucker. Oh, that was quick.
Shoot!
No, he's coming to life. I'm not taking the risk. We are blowing this the hell up. Oh shit, hold on, hold on. Lady grab. Yep, just check the iPad. Okay, that's definitely a Reaper. Yes, that's a Reaper. I'd need some cuddles after the trauma we just went through. Oh, once again, he raises valid points. The Chantry is run by men. It's scripture written by men. Until the demons are dead, we are allies.
That will do for now.
Alright, time for some demon murder time. Nice work, Alistair and team. That's how we do it, I guess. Oh, portrait over fire. Yes, yes. I remember, that's like a little secrety thing or something, isn't it? Let's take these out. There we go. Quest updated. Yeah, still very Lord of the Rings-ish, isn't it? More titties. You want more titties? That woke Quartz up. Bring the titties. I've been bitten by this in too many other games. This is surely a trap. There we go. Beheaded her. Nice one, Alistair. just like detonating mines. Oh, and also like Cyberpunk, I detonate the second trap with my face. What do you mean if you had failed?
What can I say, huh? I am an eternal optimist.
Yeah, you're right, Bright. He does sound like a Khajiit. Ha. Khajiit has wares if you have coin. Maybe Zephyrin is like a wish.com Khajiit. Like the dodgy one. It's like, oh, you know, it's like the memes. Mom, we want to get Khajiit. No, we've got Khajiit at home. Khajiit at home. Zephyrin. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yes, I do spoil you. Mod making and dad jokes. Dad jokes for the win. So tonight's just an informal session. I'm going to be chipping away, doing a bit more work on my mod for Oblivion, and maybe test out a couple others. I don't know, we'll see what happens. You might need to give me some feedback on the audio levels and what they're like. Trying to mess around and get that right before, but yeah, so informal session, no headphones, no plan, no bright light. I've got the light down dim so it doesn't blind me. But howdy and welcome and thanks for coming along. Like I say, this is just an informal hangout. No obligation to stick around, but very much welcome to chill out with me whilst I attempt to do some stuff. Some of which will work, some of which will fail, but we will get there together, I guess. But yes, you see my naked ears. Oh, so luscious. It's really probably jarring considering the headphones I wear are not just headphones, but they're fucking massive. They're very large. In fact, sometimes I think they are what give me some of my neck stiffness issues when I wear them all day for work. For real work, my actual job. Anyway, if the audio levels need adjusting, let me know. But what am I doing first? First up, I want to make some tweaks to my mod. Now, I said dad jokes because I want people to bring along some of their dad jokes, but also I have enabled something. So Frosty, when you warp hair, you give you earaches and headaches. Ooh. Yes, we're modding for Oblivion, because that's the next game we're going to be playing, so I need to... Oh shit, where is it? Oblivion moddage. Here we go. I need to... my file with ES4, because I did some test stuff, and I need to delete those weird changes I did, but I might have already done it, so I just need to check that. Yeah, so Frosty, you are an avid supporter. Hey, Jay is here too. Good evening. Jay, we definitely want to see some of your artwork. So if anyone is doing any kind of creative stuff tonight whilst the stream plays, let me know. Put some pictures into the Arts and Crafts channel and we'll flash them up for everyone to have a look at because I love the work that you all do in the community. Is awesome. And Jay, you have your new epic tablet, so I'm looking forward to seeing the awesome artwork cranked out from that. Lyrium's here too. Lyrium, you were doing some artwork tonight, I think you said as well. Anyway, give us progress updates in the arts channel. Want to see that shit. Now, Frosty, I had a special task for you right now in the chat. If you could type in ! dad joke, some magic should happen. Delirium, your screen is very blank, but you can pop some older stuff up. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, throw it in there. Look, we'll just chuck it up on the background too. And yeah, that is an awesome tablet, Jay. If I was a drawery arty person, I would be loving it. Alright, what are we doing here? I need to clear out. No, that's fine. That's fine. Idle animations. That's what we need to get rid of. Accidentally made it. Well, I made some changes because I've created the ability to do vampiric feeding when in well, I haven't enabled the combat stuff yet, but on dead things for wood elves. trying to see if there's a way via mod scripting for Oblivion to play an animation for feeding, and it's excessively difficult, so I'm just going to remove it. A lot easier for Skyrim. Oh, that was loud. Piercing. Need to do is... Where's the mixer gone? I think I've got my sound balance quite right. That back down there. Let's drop that down. Back up. Yeah, that sounds okay. Give it a crack. Ah, Cookie. Welcome, dude. Typical just giving up. You don't know me. You don't know my life. Actually, that's not true. You probably do know a fair bit about me and my life. But yeah, man, I do get frustrated with some of the limitations of what you can and can't do in the creation kits for your Bethesda games. Especially how many undocumented bugs and issues there are. I've found some myself and had to discover them myself because I couldn't find them written anywhere. But also the actual modding community are fully on their own to figure it out. Bethesda knows what some of the limitations are, but they don't share it. The modding community have to find it out for themselves, figure it out for themselves, and then share it amongst themselves. Don't have a lot of respect for Bethesda. They do a lot of selfish things and then reap all the benefits. All right, that should be working. Let's close that. Lyrium, something older you did. That looks pretty sweet. Oh, it's elves on a pier, watching maybe a sunset. Lovely. Bethesda are releasing that Starfield game. That is correct. They were originally going to be releasing it for later this year, like November. I think they were targeting a November release date, but they've now pushed it to sometime in the new year, which is probably a good thing because Bethesda games are always buggy on release. But is that because they're going to stabilize it and fix issues, or is it because like the normal terribleness is here, but right now it's way down here and they need to improve it to at least their normal shitness before the modding community does the rest to fix it? I don't know. But ultimately, if a game gets delayed because it's not ready, I'm never going to be upset because that is how you get better quality. That's what CD Projekt Red did wrong with Cyberpunk. Bethesda did get bought by Microsoft, yes. I'm not sure when the ownership kicks in or if it has kicked in already. I'm not very good at keeping up to speed on that. You know, there's an Xbox Games Pass hype about it, yeah, because they're like, well, all the Bethesda games will fly into there. Yeah, which will be pretty good. I have to see. Oh, I lost all my open files. That's annoying. Nope. Where do we want to go? Oblivion moddage. So what I thought would be a cool thing to implement in my vampire mod for Oblivion is racial abilities, because mode. Dude, it's my... What do you know? Don't go restricted mode. Go normal mode. It's this window to enable all features. Not listed. Here's my code coloring. Do an update. Frosty's got hit by a mimic chest. I'm so glad mimics don't exist in the in the Bethesda games. Mimics are so annoying. Trust. Window is trusted. There we go. Cool. I thought it would be cool to have racial abilities. So based on what race you are, you get different abilities when you're a vampire. Or different bonus abilities. Cool idea. Fucking annoying to implement. And then I thought, well, because I've got different types of feeding I've enabled where you can sip on a blood vial, which just gives you a mini feed, and then you've got the full-on proper feeding. I thought, well, we need like long-running buffs and short-term buffs. Cool, so I like quadrupled the amount of work I need to do for myself. Anyway. So Jay, your screen is blank, but you need to stop scribbling and pick something to actually sketch. Well, if you're struggling for inspiration, how about something like vampires in Oblivion, Skyrim, or a hybrid, which is what my desktop wallpaper is based off. This is a wallpaper I made for my Skyrim mod called Tainted Blood, or Tainted Blood of the Dragonborn, which allows you to be hybrid. Anyway, I thought that was some cool. I didn't draw it. I used placing of 3D models, taking a screenshot, and then running some filters over it. That's how I generated that. I'm not artistic enough to be able to draw that, but I can construct things. I can always engineer and construct things. But yeah, ping me if anyone wants to post some stuff in the arts and crafts. We can show it on screen. So that's what it is. You've always wanted some heavy metal band. Yeah. So what it is, I can show you, actually. I jumped to Skyrim. Look, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. I haven't looked at I need to do some updates and some tweaking and some help for the community with some updates, but I haven't done it, so I haven't visited here for a while. But this is my mod page. What are we sitting on currently? 100 and something. Where was it? Where's the stats? Oh, there it is up here. 152,000 downloads. That's not too bad. I've also got it posted on the Bethesda.net, so the official Bethesda forum mods, which then show up in the menu in-game. And there's like another 200,000 downloads on there, I think. So it's had some growth. In my opinion, it is the best hybrid capability. The challenge is I've added some extra features that I thought would be cool. Sometimes those features don't work for everyone, depending on their mod setup and their computer, so they complain. And ultimately it gets a bit taxing when everyone's got something very specifically wrong with their setup. Sometimes it is a bug with my mod. That does happen, especially when I do a new version. Most of the time it's due to conflicting mods or people changing their mods mid-game, which is not always a good idea. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it is not. Anyway, so, oh, here we go. Jay, that looks awesome. What did you say? It's an old painting you started, never finished. Guess who you romanced in Dragon Age 2? Is that Anders? You romanced Anders in Dragon Age 2? I think I remember you used to have like a massive boner for Anders, is that right? Yeah. That's an awesome picture. That doesn't need any more work in my opinion. That looks fantastic. I like that. Because I remember you loved Anders in Dragon Age. What was the Awakening? The expansion for Origins? Yeah. Who did I romance in Dragon Age 2? Meryl. Did I pronounce that correctly? Yeah, Meryl. That's who we romanced. I was hoping we'd see her in Inquisition, but alas, we did not. Hey, River Itchy Knees, aka Quartz. How you doing? Thanks for dropping in. We're just doing casual chit-chats, art sharing, and mod making tonight. I'll do a couple of boot up tests of Oblivion as well. Now that I've finally got the frame rate stabilized using the NVIDIA control panel, because it wasn't working consistently for me. That was annoying. And Grant, what is in the drink mix? It is Captain Morgan and full sugared, full caloried Coke. Because last weekend, last Friday, I was out and I had a couple of actual drinks. And yeah, because I always have like Coke Zero and stuff to reduce the calorie intake. I was spoiled. I'm like, oh, I definitely want to try that again. I hadn't had real Coke in so long. Real Coke for mixing drinks is better than zero. Than the Coke Zero, for sure. But yes, Jay, maybe you should do some Solus art. Ooh, yes, there are some Solus fans, Solavellan fellows in the Discord, yes. Could be cracking. Oh, well, that's good too. I love all of the rums. I love all of the drinks. I'm not fussy. And Quartz, you're great. Keen to see my projects. Yes, well, what I need to do eventually too is finish my other Skyrim mod projects, which include multiple werebeasts. Quartz, you actually got to see that when I first built it. I've done nothing since I showed you, like, what was it, 3 years ago? Oh man, time gets away quickly. I've got a mod that enables flying, and it doesn't require the script extender, so that means even Xbox players will be able to use it. And my other big mod that I was working on was a construction one where you could do base building. And build a lot of things with some limitations. I really want to get that one up and running because I think that could be really cool. And also, once again, doesn't need the script extender, so will also work on Xbox. Maybe later this year. Before we do our playthrough at Skyrim, hopefully I'll get some of those done. Alright, so what am I doing here? I was trying to implement racial abilities. So when you sip on blood or feed, you get some bonuses. Because I decided to firstly have it based on feeding, and then I had implemented 2 feeding types, I then decided to have multiple fucking buff types. And then I want things to scale, so depending on your level, there's 5 different strengths to it, based on being level under 10, you know, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 50, for example. So this is all for just the fucking Argonians, but I think that code works. I play a Breton. I've duplicated into here, switching it to be Breton. I think that works. I need to do it for the other races, which should be relatively well straightforward. This is why you do consistent naming of things. I'm gonna put that in, do a little bit of testing. This is what I was hoping to get finished last night, but I didn't. And then I was gonna send it to Frosty to have a crack at. Speaking of which, someone type in ! dad joke in the chat. Theoretically, some magic should work. Theoretically. There we go, it is working. Where did you learn to make ice cream? Sunday school, aha. So I enabled a bit like Pungeon Master, the friend in real life of Cookie and myself. He's got like a pun thing, that's part of his shtick. Well, I figured out how to do a bot or access a bot thing. There is a limit though, so I think it's got like a 4-minute timeout, so it can't be spammed, so it won't work again for another few minutes. Anyway, hopefully Pungeon Master will be streaming again soon because his puns and his pun bot are very cool. But he inspired this idea. Oh, we need to do the description. Oh, our description. I hadn't added that because I added a racial description. What does it do? Blood. Okay. Grab that. Alright, let's do a whole bunch of code blocks and then some tests. And then ping me if anyone else posts some artwork in our Discord, because it's awesome. What are you up to, Cookie? Cruising around the Twitches? Name the spell. We want to. Because it's the ability. We just need a player. Add spell. I think that's the syntax. We'll check it. Vampire. I want to trust the authors of these files. Yes, I am the author. I trust them. Maybe I shouldn't. Yes, anyway, the syntax is correct. Alright, so grab this and add it for Bretons. Do a quick demo of what it does. Breton racial description. Alright, let's check that's working alright. And let's boot up Oblivion. Now this is racial handler script, I think. Split it out into decoupled modules. Cuddling a kid to sleep. Figured you'd tune in. Oh, that's very cute. Oh, oh. Ah, that's great. Ah, Cookie, that's some fantastic artwork. I love it. Wow, Captain Morgan, very good. Yeah, so you haven't had Pungeon stream in a while, so you're stuck with me, hey? That's some good artwork right there. I love it. Lovely, beautiful, mwah, magnific. Okay, so I need to minimize all the things and load up mod organizer. All right, run, launch. So who is working on some stuff in the background? Jay's doing some artwork, Lyrium doing some artwork. Quartz, what are you doing? Cookie's putting kids to sleep. Sometimes that's an art form. Alright, so we're back to our normal testing location. Bust in, feed on a dude, get some racial buffs. Right, Cookie, not saying a second best or anything, but you do like the dad joke edition. Excellent, thanks, man. Where do young cows eat lunch? The cafeteria. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Would you like to do... Let's do a normal feed. Good refresh. Just feed. Onto the magic. This magic regeneration after consuming blood. So that is the Breton ability, so that's working. Got a full feed. What I didn't realize is it doesn't really show you the duration of stuff. This is because we're under level 10. It's not activating the actual bonus. It gives this description that I'll put instead. I'm guessing is the timer here or as good as we get for a timer? No, River, you caught a cab, asked the driver how long he had been driving. He said there was no export. I was unnerved a little bit by this, but the driver said his X is unknown. So X, so it can be as long as he wants. Expert. Spurt is a drip from a tap, so it's an X spurt. Very good. He was an expert out of his father. I wanted to call this thing, it does restore health and magicka. That's right. I was going to look at changing that too. One thing I've done. Page 4. Gives us buffs and lots of counting downs over here. I wonder if we should change what that does, because that's given some regeneration. But Bretons will have extra magicka regeneration ×2 if they use that. Argonians would get health regeneration ×2. Maybe just do bonuses instead. I do fortifies instead of regens, perhaps. Maybe that's what we should be doing. Anyway, we're doing racials for the moment. Why did Adele cross the road to say hello from the other side? Very good. You'd make a similar joke with Lionel Richie, yeah? Do is take this Ionian stuff. Copy that. Dark Elves. Change it to say Dark Elf instead of Ionian. And then delete the bits that are irrelevant because Dark Elf is different for its racial. Find Argonian and replace it with Dark Elf. All 49 occurrences. And thank you to Grizz. That was Grizz's idea on how to do that. Is it me you're looking for? That's the one. Grunt, what kind of concert only costs 45 cents? A 50-cent concert featuring Nickelback. Very good. You're saying Nickelback. Oh, okay, you get a Nickelback. Yep, that makes sense. I get it. River, project-wise, you've started knitting a stocking from a pattern that was written in the 1840s. Oh, you got to show us that. Any chance you can put a picture of the pattern and your progress so far on the Arts channel? Definitely want to see that. Meanwhile, obviously, we got to chuck some likes on this stuff. Okay, I really love that picture with Anders and your red-haired hawk. By the way, is the music levels okay? I can't do much as to the music quality. It's just stuff from Harris Heller. Redhead Hawk, yeah, nice. Now, what have I got? I have for Dark Elves, they are doing different stuff. Only when they feed on a Mer do they get a buff. They don't have short buffs. I've only given them long ones. So get rid of that check. What I might do is nest all of this in an if statement. Say if... Oh, I need to see, as the or... Today my son asked, can I have a bookmark? And I burst into tears. 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name is Brian. Can I have a bookmark? Not bad. Now there was, I don't remember what the syntax was for finding races. Is race is probably what we want. Vampire dot ordered target, but it actually saving equals not get is race equals What's it going to be? Dark Elf? It's all got to go in one, and then we need to drop. And this kind of code is so messy and ugly to deal with because of the limitations of the syntax and what you can do with the Oblivion scripting. I've got so much duplication, man. If this was in Skyrim, I could do this much cleaner. Grant, you don't trust stairs because they're always up to something. Yes, that one I've seen a couple of times. Yeah, we need to keep some dad joke action going. There's some good stuff in there. Alrighty. But yes, Quartz, show us some pictures of the pattern and the knittings. Wants to see it. Need to do get race equals 1 and it's a big feed, not a little feed, because I've now added flags for that too, to change the length of the buffs. But does anyone have a favored race for the Elder Scrolls? Now, I know some of you don't know much about Elder Scrolls. There's 10 races to play as. Do you have a favored race? Because I definitely do. Bosma, J.I., you wasted no time mucking around. Bosma, the Wood Elves. What is it that you like about the Bosma? Because I also like a Wood... I'm drawn to the Wood Elves, I admit. But they're not my favored race. But why are they yours? What do you love about it? And Quartz, you've done 3 rows, so there's not much to show for the actual knitting so far, yeah? But yeah, post the pattern, that's awesome. And Grunt, you can share some artwork you've done in the toilets. Yeah, hard pass on that, but this kind of artwork is very welcome. Cookie, that was very well done. Did you just do that on your phone or something whilst you're sitting there trying to put a child to sleep, cuddle a child to sleep? If so, I'm even more impressed. Full feed occurrence equals 1. Oops, equals 1. That's what we need there. Paint, yeah, nice. Good old MS Paint. Yeah. And Quartz, you like Argonians because they can swim to dumb places. Well, the Argonians, they look badass. Well, they can in the later games. Like Elder Scrolls Online, they look cool. Skyrim, they can look cool. They can look a bit average in Oblivion and Morrowind, but yeah, I like them. Grizz has got his Argonian and Khajiit in ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. And he's got them as werewolves, which makes them hairier, right? Or furrier. And they're already beast races. But his Argonian looks badass because he's got like way more spikes and stuff on his head and face. It's so cool. And so Grizz, you love the aesthetics. Sorry, Jay, you love the aesthetics of the Wood Elves for their carnivore elves. Role-playing lore and Bosma are fun. Yep, so for those who are not aware, the Wood Elves, they are Wood Elves because they live in the forests of Valenwood. They have a pact with Ifre, the forest god, if you like, or Aedra, or Lesser Aedra, or something. Anyway, it prohibits them from harming any kind of plant life in their home region, which means they're able to cooperate with plants and form and grow houses and everything, but they're not allowed to harm a single plant, which means they are exclusively omnivorous. only eat meat. Kind of cool. But it also gives them other abilities, because they also tend to be cannibalistic, which is also relates to the racial ability I've created. What I'm doing for vampires here is that Bosma will be able to do a minor feed on dead targets, dead humanoids, for a little bit of a blood sappy sap. Quartz, you're a fan of Elder Scrolls. What's your favorite race? I'm going exceptionally slow here because I keep distracting myself with asking everyone questions. So what do we want to check here? We want to see... Oh, that's right. I want to do if their target is Dark Elf or target is a High Elf, aka Altmer, or if they are... Whoops. Oh, okay, I bumped a button. They are an Orc, which is an Orzamer, which is an Elf. Or if they are Wood Elf. There's a lot of things around ancestors. That's a big theme of the Dark Elves, is their ancestors and ancestry, and I think some of that relates to when they were actually, before they were Dark Elves, when they were the Chimer or Chimer. Anyway, other mods have done similar things relating to their other elves. So I've got them, so if they feed on an elf, they get their buff, and it's a more stronger buff than what some of the other races get, but it's also harder for them to maintain it. So I'm trying to balance it out that way. So we just get rid of, keep the long stuff here. Let's get rid of these if statements. Oh, Quartz, you love a Khajiit. Yes, and Breton in Oblivion was your favorite of all time. And Cookie, Morrowind, you love Argonians with a spear. There was spears in there, wasn't there? I think there's mods to enable spears in Skyrim, actually. My favorite is a Breton. Hybrid kind of thing, half-elf, which is interesting, right? Because in the lore of the Elder Scrolls, different races can actually marry, mate, and reproduce. But the offspring just follows whatever the mother is. So, if a Nord and a High Elf have a baby, and the mother is the High Elf, then the child will be a High Elf. If the mother was the Nord, and the father was the High Elf, then the child will be a Nord. But it seems over prolonged periods of time that some stuff does start to cross over eventually, which is how we get the Bretons, because the Bretons are a result of interbreeding between the Nedic, what were originally slaves and a lesser class amongst the High Elves of High Rock. Eventually, because they treated them better and they integrated them into society, eventually, with all the crossbreeding, they all became one merged race. And Cookie, you reckon you did the same. And Bright is all about the High Elves. Yes, Bright loves some good High Elf action. Bright's a High Elf in Elder Scrolls Online as well. I'm a Breton. Actually, no, I changed. I've got a couple of races in Elder Scrolls Online. I think my main one is actually a Redguard now. Khajiit and Argonian cat that can swim. Yes, cats can swim. They is furry. Elves in general, yeah, for sure. And so the Khajiit are interesting too, right? And they're not really shown well in the games, although it's finally showed in Elder Scrolls Online. And there is a mod for Skyrim that I hope shows it, but I haven't actually played the mod yet, where you get to go to Elsewhere, the land of the Khajiit, because they are the cat people. But there's actually 16 different types of cat people. When you're born, that night, the phase of the two moons, the combination of that phase will dictate what kind of Khajiit you're born into. From the heavily intelligent and magically gifted Alfiq, they are basically look like a house cat or a large house cat. They're very intelligent, lots of sass. Apparently some of them have drinking problems, which is hilarious. But they're basically a fancy cat. All the way to the, is it the Susei Rat? Which are big, like big walking on all fours Khajiit. And they are like as big as a horse and can be ridden, although they don't like being ridden. 16 different types, including one of those types is actually a very human looking one as well. Fascinating, some of the lore in this. And Khajiit is some of your second fave for sure, says Jay. Yeah. Look, I love the lore behind Khajiit. Can we get a picture of... Okay, what happens if I do... Is there a picture to show all the types? Here we go. Show me that. Yes. All the different types of Khajiit. Bit hard to read. There's Suthay Rat, Cathay Rat. They're big fighters. Oh, Sench, that's it. Sench and Sench Rat. They were the... Yes. Ohms and Ohms Rat. They're the very human-looking ones. I don't think we've actually really seen them even in Elder Scrolls Online, though. It's mostly... I think the most common is the Suthay, or the Susei and the Suthay Rat. They're the most common ones that we see in all the games. And the Alfiqs are kind of cool because they show up in... Yeah, but 16 types. There's so many, and there's so many that they've created a pain point for themselves because creating the assets, the 3D models and animations and everything is a lot of work. And they designed the lore to have 16 of them. Like, fuck, that means they've got to create 16 types of Khajiit. But you can only ever play, in the games, you can only ever play as what I think are the Cathay or Suthay Rats. Not quite sure. It might be one of these types. I'm not sure which one it is exactly, but it's one of these types. It's like the human cat person looking ones. They're the only ones you can actually play as in any of the games, including Elder Scrolls Online. But anyway, fascinating lore behind there. Khajiit has wares if you have coin. Yes. Best SAS class in Elder Scrolls. Alright, let's see if I can focus for long enough to these long buffs in for the Dark Elves. What buff stuff here? No, we don't need any short stuff there. Only did long running buffs because they can only get it from doing a proper feed on a fellow Mer. So anyone who is a fan and knows a little bit about the Elder Scrolls, does anyone have any favorite lore or favorite facts? One of my favorites is just the Khajiit racial types. It's in there. I didn't. That's interesting. Alright, theoretically... Oh, get rid of that. Theoretically, that should work for the Dark Elves. If they feed on another elf, they'll get their racial bonus. Will I accept sunrise photos as art? You've got plenty of them. Yeah, man, chuck them on. Assuming you've taken the picture, though. If you've just downloaded it off the internet, that doesn't count. The Arts and Craft channel is for stuff that we create. Not my art, but also probably one of the only not safe for work photos you have. What the hell is this? This is Batman riding a Spider-Man centaur? Or is this just like from, you know, your last Saturday night or something. I actually need to get my ass in together and share more of my photography pics on the Arts and Crafts channel as well. Very poor at that. But Jay, one of the strangest role-playing experience you had in Elder Scrolls Online was role-playing the funeral rites of your Bosma clansmen that died. We ate them. Yes. So the Bosma, when they fight, they often starve themselves for multiple days. So what they do is it's sort of, if they've got planned battles, they sometimes will starve themselves to induce a bit of a starvation rage, if you like. But then they'll also feast on their fallen foes during or post-battle. But also, they will feast on their fallen comrades. Very strange. Yes, love it. Tradie work toilets are whole different types of art galleries. Yeah, I can imagine. That's great. Alright, theoretically that's gonna work, but I don't have time to test the Dark Elf stuff for now. If anyone has a Dark Elf in an Oblivion playthrough, maybe they can test it for me. Let's go through and paste these massive code blocks in. We should be doing full-on proper testing each time. But ain't nobody got time for that. High Elves, Ultima. This one should be straightforward. It's just a matter of missing Argonian High Elf. And so it's only what we've selected. High Elf 49, that is correct. Done. Right, next code block, Imperial. Oh no, you dickhead. At all the things. Oh, that deselects it, does it? If I... Oh. Come on, VS Code. What are you doing? Get your shit together. Imperials. Try that again. Wait. Imperial. Oh, you can't upload high quality images. That could be a result of the Discord server because it's such a basic level server. Yeah, it's got 8 megabyte limits, I think, on files you upload. Oh, dude, that looks pretty sweet. Nice. That's a picture of Melbourne. Where did you take it from? That's Docklands area there, right? Is that right? Like it, dude. Nice. Even for a screenshot, it looks good. There we go. Soulless coming from Jay. Yes. Love it. Dreadwolf Fenherel. Oh, I like this one too, Cookie. Yes. Very good. Southwolf. Awesome. So are you on top of a building to take these pictures? Oh, job site. Of course. Job sites would get some awesome views. And some horrible winds sometimes, I assume. That is very cool. Thanks for sharing, man. That's great. Before I go any further, let's just do a check to make sure my syntax is working. Racial handler script. Oh, there we go. Fucked up something here. Line 8. Line 8, that's at the top. That was previously working fine. Oh, I'm missing an end if somewhere. Ah, damn it. It will be what we introduced an NDiff for the Dark Elves. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's not it. Problem with massive fuck off if statements. And then compilers are terrible at helping you debug exactly where the problem is. This is the worst. Looks like I'm missing one here for some reason. Why not grab it when I... Missing one here. Alright, let's... Has that fixed it? Ooh, I missed that for each time. Paste it in. Alright. So we pasted it, so that's Imperials. Yep, I think I missed it multiple times. Hey. My Elves. Elves should be okay. Let's see. So those pictures from level 30 or so, that's pretty cool. I couldn't do that because my fear of heights is too strong. Line 248. Ah, the ore does not work. Do another flag. I can do else ifs. This is what's frustrating about this coding language for Oblivion. Alright, we're going to do another variable. Short, dark, elf, buff, go. We'll use a flag. Feels so dirty and clunky. Alright. Set it to 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to do here, we're going to turn this into an if. Flag we've set is 1. And these into else ifs. Apparently you can't do... Apparently we cannot do or statements. Or if we can, I don't know how to do them. Never mind, we'll just lay it out this way. And we're going to, if any of these conditions are true, we're going to set this to be a 1 so that the statement below will trigger. We've got too many brackets. Cool, that should work. $250 invalid, line 250. Ah, now this works differently. This works like this. Equals 1. That's how that works. Goddamn syntax. Yeah, if I was actually doing artwork, this would be way more interesting, I think, for a lot of people to see. I can imagine that Coding and debugging coding with a shit coding language. It's not the most thrilling. But we'll... Valid reference syntax. Last feed target. That is a reference. Oh, does this not work? Or, okay. Who is ref feed target? We will set it locally. Maybe it's the nested style. Set feed target to vampire.last feed target. Alright. The feed target is what we are. In Oblivion, I think you can't always do object-based calls directly in functions, whereas you can in Skyrim and Fallout. Reference not allowed in this context. Dude, that's fucking rude. Line 250. Ow. So I can't do that, maybe. Grunt, you're off. No worries. Thanks for coming along, man. You're curious, so you don't mind the coding? Better than me than you. Yeah, well. Can be painful, like when we have these kinds of issues. I want to be testing, making sure that it works, loading up the game. That's more interesting to see. I feel like the last couple of times I've done mod making streaming, it is very tedious. So it doesn't like that. We can't set our reference to that other reference in that other script. Why the fuck not? Set it the other way. So I actually set it when we do the was it shade? Wait, else. Feed target. Empire dot. There it is there. So we can set it into the vampire quest handler, but we can't pull it out. Rude. Any other pictures to look at here? No. Oh, by the way, Jay needs Dalen and Lyrian T's expertise. Do you think this is a decent likeness? I'm going to go yes, but I don't have the same level of expertise. Oh, and here's the pattern that Quartz has posted for the knitting. Wow, look, it's even in ye olde font. Knitting, netting, and crochet work by Mrs. Gorgain. Gorgain? Because in 1840, she can't have her own name. No, no, no. She must be Mrs. someone. Fourth. Wow, this... Ditto. Huh. Looks like potato. But I don't know what a P, an O, or a T means when you're crocheting, but I'm guessing it means something good. It's a last picture from Cookie's worksite on level 10. 10th story. Pretty decent. Oh, the God Rays here. I didn't even see that one before. Woohoo! Nice. Very cool. That is our egg-shaped boy. Yes. Opal and Pearl. Basically front stitch and back stitch. Hey, there we go. Frosty's an expert as well. Love it. It's not allowed in this context. Rude. Can I get it? Is there a function? I can open the correct browser window. These ones when I was having frame rate locking issues. Get is reference. That's not going to be useful either. I'm going to have to rethink how that function's going to work then for the dark. Neither. Get actor. Get action ref. Get active. It's an action reference. Oh, this music is terrible. Skip. Might have to park the dark elfness for the moment until I can figure out a way around that. Dark elves, no racials for you for right now. Comment that out. Does the rest of it compile? Huzzah, it does. Save. Must close the other errors that I didn't close before. Okay. Continue on. I'll need to figure out another way to grab the target we are feeding from. Won't let me access it directly from a script variable in another script. Rude. Okay, hi elves. What's next? Let's copy that shit. Oh, we've done Imperials. Ajit. Ajit have wares, if you has coin. Our very prolific merchants and traders. Searching for my elf. Oh, you motherfucker, why do you do this? In our selection, place it with Ajit. Bing. Very good. Nords. The hearty Nords of Skyrim. Way up there. Elf replace with Nord. Nice. Smooth and efficient. Down. The Orcs. The Orzma. Disciples of Trinimac. Malakath. Too far. In our selection, turn High Elf into Orc or Orzma. It's like a reality mod show. Yeah, when there's interesting things happening, not just coding. But yeah, well, once I finish this, we'll jump back in and make sure the various mechanics are working. Frosty, is your character, is that a wood elf? Because you can also help test the wood elf racial ability. And I'll get you a copy of this. Okay, red guards are up next. In our selection, change it to say red guard. Dalen, welcome. How are you doing? We're just doing art sharing, chit chats, dad jokes, and I'm making mods. Oh, Lyrium, you made this for Dalen over some of the streams. That is awesome. I love it. It's a mini Dreadwolf, yeah? Yeah, we feeling Dreadhall or Hobo Mage for this sketch? Oh, for your sketch, Jay? Oh, Dreadwolf is my vote. Oh yeah, Lyrium's got a good point. If he looks mad, Dreadwolf. If he looks soft, Hobo Mage. That is so cool. How long does it take you to make that? That looks difficult. That is some sewing prowess. Love it. Dreadwolf it shall be for Jay's sketch. Even better. Assume that tablet's working out well. Gotta put it through its paces. Ah, now wood elves are different. They only get... I'll come back to the wood elves. Then, because else what we're doing here is if you're playing a custom race, I got you covered. Custom races are also going to be supported by my mod, because there's always someone who wants to do a fancy custom race that doesn't exist. But anyway, we changed this to say custom, I think I called these custom racial longs and shorts. Yes, I did, where you just get some extra health. Basic, but functions. So for the wood elves, we need to do is put their description in, because the wood elf stuff kicks in. They use the feeding power on slain humanoids. Ellen, you didn't even know there's a stream on tonight. What a surprise. Hopefully a good surprise then, yeah? This was requested by Frosty, Lyrium, and Jay this afternoon to just have a chill out, work on some stuff whilst everyone is working on some stuff. So, not really planned, not official. Bit of a quiet hangout, hopefully. Now, what we're doing, this was the racial handler script. Oh, compile error. Line 9, missed match begin. Oh, I've missed an end statement somewhere, have I? Line 9, fuck off. Really? We do the begin block, so I've got an end in the wrong place somewhere. Or I'm missing an end if. Or I've got too many end ifs. Maybe I should have saved it and tested it after each race. Matched begin and end block. This is the worst part of. Oh, hang on, no, I haven't. Oh, I didn't copy it in properly. That's why. Oh, is there a script length limit? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's gonna break some shit. There's a maximum line limit, isn't there? Look. See, these are the stupid fucking gotchas that you stumble across when mod making. Oblivion script limit. Hard coded to a maximum of 512 file handles. That's different. File handles. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about script. Okay, script length limits. Oh, this fucking music, man. Come on, that's terrible. Ooh. Start reciting the cranial nerves if you'd like. Virtual study session only, no one is studying. Yeah, well, it's even better than a study session. It is a productive make cool things session. Probably aiming to go through till about 10 o'clock-ish, and then I'll probably drop off after that. So probably another 50 minutes or so, depending on how we're traveling. Right, so we've got too many lines in our script. Hit a limit. Appears to be... maybe it's a character limit. No, there must be a character limit. Considering that scripts are saved within the plugin files, that doesn't totally surprise me. Script. Rack. Character limit. Didn't even know there was a limitation. See, another bullshit that's never documented. You just got to find these issues yourself. Alright, well, I can duplicate. I can fire off 2 scripts at once. Ooh. Ooh. So, where did it let us get to? We are down to the Nords. That's a fair way down. How many in the list of races is that? So I would just put half of them in another script. They're going to be Nord, Orc, Redguard, Wood Elf. We'll do Khajiit as well. Wood Elf one's very short. Beats onwards, maybe we put into a second script. It's pretty much identical, and I can make the magical spell that I'm using. Fire off 2 scripts at once if we have to, motherfucker. We can circumvent this shit. Lyrium T, what does this say? Dylan, some say marry money, but my big brother said big boobs matter more. Money, you can buy big boobs. Well, true. That is absolutely technically true. in various ways, that is true, I guess. Very good. I love it. No, let's go new. Racial handler script 2. And let's just grab same syntax at the start. Like so. Like that. Save it. So, all we do is we just grab start of this block, Identical. Oh, look at these. Feels dirty. Like sloppy code practices because I'm forced to do it. Alright, so then we're going to grab from Khajiit onwards. I said, didn't I? Let's grab the Khajiit. Go. To grab this. Khajiit onwards. So many code line duplications. All the custom races in here too. We do just go with the Nords for the moment. Nords onwards. Nords else if. Elf, etc. Deep am I going? Is it that one? Control cut. Did guess the right level in. Save. Back here. Needs another end if. Sitting about there. I reckon that I might have got it. Might have fluked it. You go away. Racial handler script number 1. Paste. That all fits in. Save. Yes, compiled. Excellent. Let's make a new script. It is a magical ability because my mods, I do a lot of stuff via magical effects because it's just an easy way to do stuff with scripts. Save. Oh, line 10. Mismatched if and else. Okay. This needs to be tabbed in one level. Main, I'm missing an end if. Round for parameter spell item. Oh, did I not do a wood elf description? It's possible. Wood elf racial description. There it is right there. Does exist. Yeah, spelt it wrong over here. Wood elf. Desk. Copy it and paste it. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. What are you complaining about? That worked. All I did was paste it over the... Oh, whatever. Oh. Or have I had the window open twice? Oh, something's wrong. Did that work or did I balk it? Racial handler script 2. Well, it seems to be fine. Okay. Cool. So now I have a spell that we call, or a power that we call, which is what gives it. I make a spawn an activator to cast a spell at the player, and that's what's granting these abilities. A lot of scripted logic that is a horrible mess of coding. Ugh. What we do is we... Again, in fact, it is a script Okay, so both scripts will fire off in parallel. But given that it only activates one chunk of code based on your race, oh, no visual effects. Ooh, that's right, it's got to be done on a target. Wait, test it, launch. Frosty, remind us, what difficulty level are you playing Pathfinder Kingmaker on? Because you're making it sound like torture. Unfair. Is that the difficulty level? If it's called unfair. It sounds unfair. That sounds like an understatement. Why it started to feel like it's torture. Rain and kill. Exsanguinate. Yeah. I think that's worked. Where? Ooh, gain extra health after consuming blood. Oop, that's not supposed to happen. Or is it just from the temporary? Oh, I see. I just did an else for the custom. Alright, I know what that is. Can fix it. But where's the actual Breton ability? There it is. Generation. Right, it seems to be working well otherwise. It's the Breton one there. Bonus regen for Magicka. Cool. Alright, so Pathfinder Kingmaker on unfair difficulty is unbalanced because it is supposed to be. But you will get those sweet achievements. Alright, so what we need to do, we have to put the rest. It's so messy. Oh, just the worst way to do it. We gotta do, whoops. If Argonian, else if, based in all the other races, as we've split the group in two. Breton. Oh. Dark Elf. High Elf. What's next? Whoops. Imperial. Hijk. Ajit. Lemonord onwards. Alright. That'll stop this half of the effects from granting us the custom race bonuses reserved for being a custom race. Fuck you, Khajiit, I spelt it wrong. Double I, not double J. Save. Cool. Now we need to do the opposite races in the first half. We get to here. Where is Khajiit? If this lockdown. Then it was Nords. Then Orc. Then Redguard. And Wood Elf. Don't need it on this side because we didn't have the custom race. As an alright, cool. Well, that was a waste of time for that one. Save. Make sure that's still accurate. Racial handler number 1. Oh man, note to self, maybe not do racial abilities in the next one, but racial abilities are kind of cool, so I want to do them. Lyrium, does the guy in the bed have a name? You feel like we should have... Yeah, he does have a name. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier because I was concentrating. He does. Let's see his name. He is Baldy Man with Baldy Man McRoundy face. His name is Uhur Borgad, which sounds like an orc name, but he's not an orc. I don't even know what he is. Looks Breton or... Alright, let's just extract some vials of blood. Let's run around and make him get stroppy. And he's cranky. He's like, it's time for you to leave. Look at my bald head and very wide face.
What?
It might be an Imperial? I don't know.
Bye.
Back to bed he goes. For some reason, he's not too fussed. But what I can now test is items, potions, vial of blood. Oh. Okay, that has set everything up for us. And our active effects. There we go. Don't have the custom race stuff, just the Breton stuff. We'll get magic regeneration at higher character levels, such as when we are level 10. Now, I think there's a console command that's setting character levels, so we'll try that. Oblivion console character. Add the level, force a level up. Set level, play it at set level. That's easy. We'll do that. We say player got set level 10. Yep. Are we level 10 or are we level 3? Just get the prompt once, maybe. Maybe. Let's drink another blood potion. That will see if it works. But for bonuses, ooh, it says at higher levels. You have descended to level 3. Descended. All right, let's use the other command, which was adv level. Adv level. See what level I am? Here we are, level 3. Doesn't fucking work. I wonder if this is a side effect of the leveling mod. The ultimate leveling mod, which forces level ups based on skills and such. I reckon if I change it, it's changing it back. Lame. Alright, let's just max out some skills then. Advanced skill or number. Advanced skill blade 150. Should boost our level a bit. Oh, but you need to sleep to level up. Alright, it's too hard. I can't be bothered testing that right now. But yeah, this guy has a very balloon-shaped sort of head. I know, it's kind of hilarious. Now, one of the things I want to introduce later is going to be creating a thrall, but I'm going to code that up at a later date. I need to get this working first for our moddage. Vampiric Enthrall is the first test that I did. Doesn't quite work. Just command humanoid, so he'll follow us around, be our little slavey boy, but when we go through certain loading zones, the magic effect falls off. Like that. I'm not sure if he's... Oh yes, he stopped glowing, but if we walk far enough through enough loading zones, it'll clear off and it won't work anymore, I think. I think he'll stay here for a while, but as soon as I go through this one, for example, set it to be like half an hour or something. Drop off. That'll be a challenge for future. He did not follow us through the load screen. If we go back, he's probably walking back to bed. Yeah, there he is. Not. Yes, hello. You're not under my command anymore. Come on. Through the door. Nope. This is where I've got to do different stuff with overriding AI packages instead of using magic abilities, because if it's a big enough load zone, magic effects just disappear.
Go away.
There's a similar limitation in Skyrim, and I'm assuming therefore Fallout as well. That's a thing I had to learn the hard way. Why are your ears a different color? Is your head... No, they're fixed. His head was so wide that his ears, on certain angles, have their own...
Why do you bother me? Go away.
Light trajectory. Now, your ear texture's not loading properly, bro. Alright. Exit. One of the... that might be... I'll leave my mod for the moment. I want to test another mod from the Nexus. Down. It was like a crafting kind of one. Because in Oblivion, you can't craft items. One made a mod so you can. Test it. Check it. Oblivion mods. I think it's called Skyrim Crafting or something. Skyrim... No, did I write it down? Skyrim, yeah, Skyrim for Oblivion crafting. Let's just search crafting. Yeah, crafting framework. Is that a modding resource? Search by downloads. That's the one. Doesn't have that many downloads. I suppose there's just not that many people that play Oblivion. putting all this effort into a mod that not going to be used that much because not many people play Oblivion. Like it's a... Does it require... Yes, it requires the script extender. Not necessarily a bad thing. Look at this one, which is more tried, tested, and true. And shearing sheep, weave clothing, milking cows to make cheese or butter, picking fruit from the fruit to make juice. Wow, okay. Requirements. No requirements. Who's this guy? He's made a variant. Oh, it's in Spanish, that's why. Portuguese or something. It's a shop. Oh, that's okay. Mods that support, okay. You'll need SN crafting for the mods to below to work. So they all bundled in, are they, dude? Few plugins there, man. Why isn't it just one nice and tidy plugin? This mode does not touch a lot of cells. Does touch a lot of cells in the wilderness and within the cities and towns, as well as leveled lists. So all the mods will compare better cities will be one of them. Well, we use better cities, so that may have just ruled that out. I think we use better cities. Something with cities. There it is, better cities. That's installed. Cool. We're not using a crafting mod then. Better update my notes for that. Pictures with better cities. Alright, well that was fun. There's not many more mods I think I actually want to install because you always run the risk of breaking stuff. Especially with Oblivion. Frosty is still struggling. Are you done for the night? Gonna chill with us and fanfic before steam bursts from your ears? Red Wemmer Wyvern, Venomanticore, and 3 direwolves. Oh my god, talk about one-shotting your party capable ambush. Yep. Yep, that sounds pretty extreme. Did we look at Tiberi War Dog? Tiberi? Nope. Tiberi War Dog, okay. Oh, Tiberi's his name, okay. He sneaks. Ew. This could be a cool... Huh. Because part of the challenge with having any kind of follower in Oblivion is they don't sneak. I want to see how this guy's implemented the sneak AI as well. No compatibilities. Boat by the sewer exit is altered. If you do have a mod that alters the boat. Well, we do use mods that alter the city. A dagger and it will appear in inventory and save your game. Let's try it. It's better, sits more. Let's test out a doggo that someone's made. Extra content is where we might put it. There. Let's give him a go. Something about the Imperial City sewer exit. So that's where we first come out. Is that where we got to go to find it, perhaps? Out of the game. Let's have a look-see. Now, what kind of save is this? That's a full save, and then that's a quick save. Cool, well, we'll leave that one there. Because I'll still need to load that save for doing more vampire mod testing. Let's find a doggo. Can we fast travel outside here somewhere, isn't it? Get out of the city. Oh, maybe I should have taken a different view. Can I zoom out maybe? Local map? No. An expanded enhanced and better city mod. Makes the Imperial City even bigger and more confusing. But here we go. That's where we want to go, the sewer. Sewer exit. I was close, roughly in the right area. Over here should be... appears to be where I've left my horsey. There's something about a dagger. Now I need to read the actual mod description. Can they do work, man? Find a silver dagger in the bottom of the boat outside the... okay. This boat here. There it is. Kaviri War Dog Dagger. Yoink. Use this spell to summon... okay, we've got a summon spell. Doggo, my doggo. Summon Chibiri. Hurrah! Now, if I sneak... sneaking, are you sneaking? You're supposed to be sneaking. They wait. Wait there, and then we say... go up to him, do I? They say, come on. Alright, cool, we got a doggo, but what we need to test is sneaking with the doggo. Now, have I still got my sneak set to being artificially crazy high? Yes, it is. Because what I don't want to do is use companions and stuff if when they sneak, or when we sneak, they don't, and they just aggravate everything nearby. To a cave! Yes, true. Let's go to a cave. There's some ruins over here that might do the trick for us. Watch out for the slaughterfish. Probably should have fed on that dude. I could have my vampire powers active properly. What can I do? I use a set vampire dot state change needed to 1. There we go, that's fixed it. These bandits, they bad guys. Might be. Where's our doggo gone? We've lost him. Already. That didn't take long. Oh, no, there he is. There's your good boy. Come on. Sneaking around these bandits. Oh, they found us, or they found the doggo. He's not sneaking. Although he's pretty strong. Now we've been spotted. Alright, well we can fight. This is on very easy mode, by the way. What am I looting for? I'm not playing this game for real. Dude, you're supposed to sneak when I sneak, and you are not. This is exactly the problem. I was going to look at if I make a vampire thrall to make it so when we sneak, it makes them fully invisible so they can't ruin your sneaking. A bit of a hack and a bit of a band-aid. Just hate for you to be sneaking around with your awesome vampireness and your thrall or follower aggroes everything. Let's go in this cave and see if it still does the same thing. Oops. Good job. Sneaking some more. Maybe I should set myself to be 100% invisible. I can do that with the chameleons, I know. Player got set active value chameleon 100. We should now be. Think that it shows it here. That's weird. Should be completely invisible now, I think. Let's do it to 20. Just to be safe. Spelled that right. Chameleon. Chameleon. Using a cheat console command. Have I done it right? Spell. I can't just do an active value. Damn it. Use God mode to enable it. That might work. Well, I haven't unlocked all the... Too hard. Too hard to test. Around here a bit. Right. Doggo. Should do is let's stand here, quick save. Try and sneak down, see if guard man here turns around. Let's attack the dog. But owned by the dog. Quick load. Hey, you wait here. Now what happens if we sneak past? So the doggo might not work the way we want to. And this is where I want to potentially implement some kind of combat feeding, where we can sneak up on someone and use a combat feedy spell. Haven't done that yet. Not in there, not in the mod yet. Maybe on the weekend I can do it. Come on, doggo. I do like that easy activation. That is very cool. We snuck past easily that time. Well, maybe it does work. All right, now what happens if we stand up? Maybe they're broken because I quick loaded. Hello? Let's quit to main menu and load. So the Bethesda engine, it crashed. So the Bethesda game engines can be a bit dicky with loading, especially loading an area that you're already in. It tries to be efficient and it doesn't refresh everything. Sometimes it causes weird behavioral problems. It can also be used to your advantage, because if you want to refresh an NPC or a merchant's inventory, you just quick save, slap them, quick load, and even though you're loading your old game, it forces it to regenerate that NPC entirely because it was in combat, now it's not meant to be, so it just refreshes it, including their inventory. Sneak down here. Doggo activated. Again. Wait here. Keep past, no issue. Stand up. Not that good at sneaking. Maybe we are, because maybe that chameleon did work. Ah, we are chameleoned. That did work. He can't find us. Oh, and we're invisible when we look at ourselves now. That command did work. Awesome. So it is definitely the doggo that attracts the dude. Oh, and now we've seen the dog at the top of the stairs. Or has he?
Damn, I've lost. Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks on me.
It's just your eyes playing tricks on you that slapped you with a mace. Doggo with textures maybe not loading properly. Sneak pretty well, so maybe it would work. I don't know. There's a trap. Ooh, dodge that. Alright, so we are completely invisible. Anything that aggravates is because of the dog. Behind. He's pretty good at sneaking.
Today you die.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
I think
Pathetic.
let's do another load and do it without the dog. I wonder. That just happened because I accidentally let him in front of everyone. He does seem to be being right up our bum as we sneak around. Wait here. If we run down... No one even knows we're here.
It's you. Hi.
No one wants to live in the Juro Mountains. Well, maybe in Bruma.
And here, bandits gossiping.
They don't feel the cold.
Oh?
Goodbye.
Who?
It's you. Hi.
The Colombian Highlands, near the Hammerfell border.
Let's try sneaking past again. Actually, what happens if he follows us without us sneaking? Does he instantly aggro stuff? Because he's not trying to sneak now. Wow, no one just notices him anyway. So Frosty, your cat can sleep through dragons roaring and breathing fire, but doggo noises from our doggo, and her ears are twitching and high alert. That's great. She takes on dragons, vampires, and manticores as it oozes, but she's brave as a tiger. But doggo, she's suddenly pampered. It's you cat all over again. These guys don't even care about him unless he gets really close. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about whether we try and use doggo in our...
You move like a pregnant cow.
You move like a pregnant cow. That's great banter. I love it. I'm looking forward to playing through the game with some of that banter.
Today, you die.
House cat? You meant house cat instead of Hithu cat? Same. You got an arrow sticking out you, bro. You good? All right, let's jump out. What I want to do is boot up. I want to take a look at, does he introduce AI packages or what does he do? Select none, we just want Kaviri War Dog. Contains 9 files from a different version. Oh, okay, do I want to remove, no. Because there's a different version of as added bundled in with mod organizer. Helen, talking about cats, your neighbor's cat keeps coming to poop in your garden. Leaving you little treasures to dig up. It's pretty funny. What AI packages? Follows and wander. How does he do the sneaking? I don't think he actually sneaks. I think he just has a low radius or something. Has he created an NPC somewhere? Creature. These smock leaves he's carrying. That doesn't make sense. Skills. That's his confidence is 100, aggression 5, energy 5. Boots. Oh, stealth skill 85. Pretty high. Don't know. I still think I want to do something to make, if we have a thrall, make them completely invisible when we enter combat. The cat took a bite out of your succulents. Gross. Why would they do that? Silly, pesky kitties. I have to check any other... Oh, here we go. I forgot to check the status on the arts channel. My bad. You guys didn't tell me. Jay, that is some good progress. You're getting patient, want to check out how paintbrushing works on the new tablet. No, that's cool. That works. Love that. And then we've got Cookie Monster riding... riding the Dread Wolf. Oh, for color, that looks so good. And you've whipped that up so quickly as well. Love it. That's our Eggman for sure. And it's better to draw, your new tablet's better draw, no hand cramps or claustrophobic UI. That is awesome. That's a win all round. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. That is great. All right, what am I going to do next? So the War Dog, I'm undecided about that. Uninstall him for the moment. Followers, yeah, they're just not super awesome in Oblivion, so gotta be careful. What is this? Oh, the override directory. That is... It's hella rough, but most of the art you make never gets polished unless it's for a client. Dude, that looks awesome. Even, like, that's good enough. I love that. Just like I love the other art piece earlier up too, right? The other rough piece. Hang on, where was it? Oh, here's my rough old painting I never finished. It looks fantastic. Yeah, really good. You should be really happy with that. Wish I had your talent and have this. Okay, so we're probably going to wind up about now because the next thing I need to do in this vampire mod, so the racial stuff should be implemented. So Frosty, I forgot, did you say your character in Oblivion was a wood elf? You might be able to test using the new feed ability on dead things. One thing to note though, if you are caught feeding, it's like it triggers a minor crime. Because ultimately, realistically, no one wants to see someone trying to suck blood out of a dead guy. I could only trigger a minor trespass crime. That's the only function I could get working. But at least it triggers a crime, so if you do get seen, the guards will arrest you and fine you 5 gold. But also be a pain in the ass and take away any stolen stuff. But yes, you are a wood elf. Awesome. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip this thing up. Cool. So I'll exit that. Let's go to the game folder. Games Oblivion. Made vamp test. I do need to actually rename it on my own drive properly. In here, Oblivion mods. Crimson Shadows. That's the previous version I sent to you, Frosty. Paste that in. Send this to you now. Right, it did. So, yes, Frosty, I'll send this to you in a moment. Just install it. I'll just delete the one that you've got out of the mod organizer just by right-clicking, going remove, drag it in, and it should work. You will need to trigger a feed for it to refresh everything. And then, I don't know, have a go to see if things are working properly and if they make sense. If you get a chance to test it over the next few days, that would be awesome. I'll do a little bit more polishing maybe tomorrow night and on the weekend. I'm not sure how much time I'll have on the weekend, but I just need to get it playable so I can start playing Oblivion ourselves, and I can still add in more features later because more vampire abilities will kick in as we level up. Not so much when we're super newbie. And Frosty, you just grabbed Stray, so you pre-ordered Stray? That's going to be released on the 22nd of July. Yeah, that game, I think, is going to do quite well. I reckon that's going to take the world by storm. There's a lot of potential with that one. Apparently, it's meant to be pretty good and well implemented, so I am looking forward to having a go at that at some stage as well. Maybe we'll do that after Oblivion or something, because I'm assuming it's a short game, right? So that could be a fun thing to play in between major games, perhaps. Anyway, cool. So look, that's going to be enough for tonight, I think. Thanks for coming along. Hopefully this wasn't, or it's on special right now. I should definitely check it out then. But thanks for coming along. Look, hopefully this was, I don't know, a nice chill session. Not our normal energy levels and excitement levels. It's going to be hard going from a game like Guardians of the Galaxy, where we've got epic banter and lols from Drax and Rocket. Single player, well, a single character, non-voiced protagonist in a fully open, explorable world. We'll see. Jay, enjoyed the Company Way sketch. Excellent, no worries. Yes, oh, I'm glad you got some enjoyment. I had a great time talking to you all. I was going to talk a bit more lore stuff, but we've got plenty of lore stuff to talk about whilst playing Oblivion. So the Oblivion playthroughs will be not as intense and animated as Guardians has been, because it is a bit more slower moving. I will be having a focused sort of chapters and areas that we work through, but there will be, you know, bits of exploration and working through, so there will be quieter time. It'll be more of a mellow kind of game, I think, with interesting story and exciting moments, with a bunch of role-playing in there, and a bunch of lore for us to delve into. So much lore I intend to cover. So I hope you've got lore questions. Ask me lots of lore questions as we play the Elder Scrolls, because I have so many answers to many things, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, there's not going to be much banter. There's going to be actually zero banter, I'm pretty sure, in Oblivion. So any banter will come from you and me directly. That's how that's going to work. Cool. Alrighty. Well, hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for coming along. I've got a LAN party to attend on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. I might be able to send a couple of pics through of Grizz and I goofing around onto Discord. We'll see how we go. And our next session is still planned for Monday. That is still the plan, is to play Oblivion on Monday. We should be ready enough to get going, I think. We'll see. But that's the plan. Oblivion's up next. It's going to be a bit of a long one, but I'm also going to be doing some of the boring shit off stream like I normally do. But yes. Have a good night, all. This has been Nerdedness. I've been Shade. You've been awesome, as always. And let's keep chatting via Discord, and I'll see you guys soon. Oh, and by the way, if anyone else has snuck in who's not part of our Discord community, links are in the chat, and they're also in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. Come along, there's legends in here, as you've seen from the artwork tonight. But that's it. Talk to you soon.